morning, everybody. Day 33 on the PCT. Tony, T-Bone, and Boo on the trail with you. And I just got a ride. I hitched a ride with a Forest Service guy that was coming up at 7 November 23 Forest Service Road. It was actually, the gate was locked at the bottom. But we were parked in that overflow parking area down there at the bottom, and I saw him pull in and recognized him when he came down the hill yesterday evening. And I jumped out and asked if his offer was still open for a ride. He said, yeah, jump in. So and he's actually hiked the trail before. His trail name was Leapfrog. So he gave me a ride up here to the top of the mountain and put me right back on trail at the 496 mile marker. And as you can see, it's another, turn this around a little bit, another foggy, misty, rainy, cold day. But as we both agreed, actually really nice being in this part of the trail, because this is typically considered desert, and we're getting ready to get out on the low desert and up by the LA aqueduct probably tomorrow. And typically those temperatures when people are trying to do that long run are in the 90s, and very difficult to do, and this weather is a little more accommodating. I was able to grab my gear, throw it in with him, had a good conversation on the, he said it's probably 3 miles plus up that road. I didn't think it was that far. But that made for a nice start for the day. Saved the old dogs an extra 3 miles, and now we can put that energy towards doing the trail this morning. Again, if you like what you see and you haven't subscribed, hit that big subscribe button and give us a big thumbs up on our videos. Boo's working awful hard on trying to produce these videos and get them out for you on a daily basis, and she's really gotten good at it, and considering that when we started this we had zero experience doing any kind of producing or any kind of YouTube videos. All right, so you can see that this morning where we started at 496 headed to mile marker 500, really lush area on the side of the mountain. Some of this, as you can tell, it was hit by a forest fire, but for the most part this has recovered pretty nicely. A lot of greenery. There's actually 2 forest fires, 2 different years. What Leapfrog was telling me this morning, where we were yesterday, that was one, and then there was this one that he said was about 2 years ago. And that's what they're here doing. They're working on getting things back in order so they can open the roads back up to the public and all that kind of stuff. But this is actually really a nice piece of the trail. A little wet, all the grass is wet, so pretty much everything from the waist down is getting wet because it's really heavy to do. Cool temperatures, but we are going to come up on the 500 mile marker, big 500, somewhere in the next couple miles. So I'll get you up to date when we reach that. Well, again, somebody was nice enough to mark it for us. There's your 500 mile marker. Came from back there, and of course, as you can see, the weather even got worse. And we're going around there. Headed out to Pine Canyon Road, but that is a significant mile marker right there, 500 miles. Now we're knocking the teeth out of 600 over the next 4 or 5 days. Well, the sun finally came out and burned off all this fog. I can finally see something out in front of me worth showing you. Really lush. Lots of grass still holding a lot of dew. Walking through it all morning. I've been Pretty well soaked from the waist down. Between that and the mist and the fog. But now, sun's out, temperature's coming up. And it would surprise me to see some little slithering creatures running out here in the sun trying to get warmed up. They had a long hibernation the winter they had here. They're probably hungry. But now we're really getting into some pretty country. Day 33 on the trail, man. I think I'm about 4 miles from that Pine Canyon Road. There's a parking area there. I'm gonna stop and have lunch. And then get back out on trail. I may try to make it to Hikertown today. We'll see what. Well, I stopped to turn around and take a shot of this valley over here that we just came up through. Really unbelievably lush all the way around. About 4 miles from the highway, so we're about 506 and some change right now. Just really one of the nicer views I've seen in a while. Obviously none of this was scarred by any of the forest fires. So I'm gonna go ahead and put my head down, try to get down the highway in time to eat some lunch. And then I'll get with you later. But that was a pretty amazing view.
Well, good morning or afternoon. It's already noon. I'm getting ready to go pick T-Bone up. He made us 14 miles. He lucked out. The road was closed here. It was a great road. It's a shame that it was closed because I could have picked him up there yesterday. And he had to walk out about 2.7 miles. So I'm getting ready to travel around 7 miles down the road to the next pickup point, pick him up. There he comes. Right on time. But it's hot. But I do see a water cache right over there.
Nimble, you know, juggling your phone like that. Amazing. 3 o'clock.
8 miles.
There's a hive of bees in that tree right there.
Oh, yeah.
Don't piss off the bees. How far is it? 5 miles?
118. No, it's like a
Well, I already
about
walked.
8 miles, right?
I already walked down here though.
Well, this is 510.
No, 510 was at the parking lot back there.
Oh.
So this is where I crossed the highway this morning. Somebody got us a water cache here. That's nice. That was Pine Canyon Road we just crossed. And now we're headed up. One last elevation on this little hill here. And then the other side, it's clearly obvious you're going downhill because you're going down into the flat of the desert valley.
As I was sitting here outside of Hikertown, Martin, the guy that we had met the other night at the KOA, he was telling TBone how he had hiked over 13,000 miles of the PCT. Interesting guy. Anyway, he came up and I visited with him for a while, and he's headed to Tehachapi, but I'm sitting right outside of Hikertown, and that's the direction the hikers are going. They'll go up here and take an extreme right and get into the wind farms. But it's always nice to run into hikers you've seen in the past, and had a nice visit.
I knew that wouldn't take long. With this sun out like it is, he's longer than he looks. Gopher. Oops, sorry. Gopher snake. Come on. Get off the trail, buddy. Get up there and find a hole. All right, so we came over that last elevation of upper level scrub, and now they got us walking kind of back to the east a little bit, and on the other side of that last little knoll over there, we'll get down into the flat country. You can see Highway 138 down there in the bottom, and then we'll walk the road a little ways until we walk into Hikertown. So that'll be kind of the next unique thing on the agenda. I think everybody that's even remotely looked into the PCT knows about Hikertown.
Hello.
got another gopher snake, boys. They get your attention. Let's see if I can get in. They just don't want to move. He's just lying there in all his laziness. Oh well, have to go around. Well, day 33, PCT. It's probably approaching the 5 o'clock hour. We're coming off the backside of this last little elevated hill. And you can see the valley below. And somewhere down there is Hikertown and Highway 138. I see Highway 138. Big trucks on it. So we're gonna walk it out and see if we can find Boo. I believe she said she was gonna be parked at Hikertown. We're gonna spend the night there. So that's kind of an iconic end to a great day, especially a day where we went over the 500-mile mark. Now you're getting really up close shot of the stuff that just drives me nuts on this trail. It's thick brush you gotta walk through. But as soon as we get there it is. And I see a Paco van sighting over there behind the shed. That's Hikertown, boys. I think I see her. So this is downtown Hikertown, boys. Got the sheriff's office. Hey, Elvira. Coors commercial right there in the window. You gotta love Elvira. Most people don't even remember who she is. Got the hotel. And free rides to Nenach Market. Nenach. I just heard something about Nenach Market. It's supposed to be really good. So that's cool. Got some international flags to honor the international hikers. It's all very nice. Hikertown, USA, boys. Any place you can kick your feet up and have a cold beer and dry your gear is awesome. That's City Hall over there. Oh, she got the door open. She must have made a deal with the guy. Hey lady, you give me a ride?